Abu Saad here again. I was doing a video just a few minutes ago and got disconnected, so I'm trying one more time. Let's see if that works this time. Gonna be getting started in just a second here. Broadcasting to Facebook. Good morning, Facebook. Hope everybody's doing well. Sami Abu Saad here with the Strategic Swing Trader. Was doing the market update video a few minutes ago, and my system crashed. This was first time I have a crash like this, a total system crash in a long time. So that wasn't fun, but back up and let's go ahead and get started. First, standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever we discuss today is for educational purposes only. I did several videos this weekend about the market, and I wanted to give you an update today on the equities market, cryptocurrency market, gold, FAANG Stocks, you name it. So let's go ahead and get started. First, the market today had a large gap down due obviously to the news from China devaluing their currency and stopping imports of crops from the US. Okay, great. I don't really care about analyzing the news. What I care about is analyzing price action. And we saw that the market had probably the single most bearish event all year. And here it is. It happened on Thursday. We had one of the biggest red bars, actually probably the biggest red bar you can see looking at the daily chart, with the exception of this bar, was pretty big also. But on Wednesday, after the Fed announcement, we had the biggest red bar probably all year, biggest red bar, only to see it completely negated, completely engulfed, and almost reach the all-time high on Thursday. So this was a huge green bar at the top. And then Trump tweeted about China, and the market took a 3% dive to close at the bottom. So that was probably the single most bearish event I've seen all year. Okay, the 2-bar reversal, because it was initially extremely bullish, and whenever you reverse something that's really, really bullish, that is bearish. That is very bearish. So, and it produced follow through. And today we're seeing more of that. I was what's the word? Positioned to benefit from continued volatility, especially to the downside. This is my earnings account, up almost $13,000 for the day, 12,854. I had a couple losers and then 3-4 winners, and the winners were for the most part larger than the losses, so ended up almost 13k, which is nice. But what I want to tell you first is the word crisis in Chinese is made up of 2 characters. Now that's a quote. I don't know if it's really true or not. It's made up of 2 characters. The first means an opportunity, and the second character means opportunity. And when the market is in turmoil like it is right now, if you know what you're looking for, you can actually benefit greatly, as I showed you I did, and fellow subscribers to the Strategic Swing Traders newsletter also did as well. So you can always benefit when there is an increase in volatility and when there is danger or when there is crisis in the market, if you know what you're doing. So I encourage you not to shy away from volatile markets, but to actually embrace them and look for the opportunity. That's the first thing I want to say. The second thing is, we said on the weekend that the market, we needed to see follow through or lack of follow through. So we needed to see what kind of a bar we get this week on the weekly chart of the Qs, the SPY, the diamonds. They all look the same. The only exception is the IWM, which I'm going to talk about in the next few minutes. but we're not getting a narrow range bar. We're already following through on this wide range bar. So the likelihood of a retest of the prior lows is now much, much higher. So for now, bias should be all out bearish. I think we will have follow through, then move up, and then the following week is when I would expect to really have another big sell-off. Okay, so not necessarily just this week, but the next week is when I would really expect to get the big sell-off. If we look at the Qs, the IWM, the Qs, the SPY, dimes, they all look the same. But the IWM, which is the tracking ETF for the Russell 2000, made up of small cap stocks, for sure is the leading index. And as you can see on the weekly and the monthly charts, it looks really weak, a lot weaker than the other ones, than the other indices. And in fact, on the daily chart, we took out this important pivot. So we should at least expect a retest in the IWM, expect a retest of 146, the prior low from May, at least 146. Once we retest it, we'll probably have some kind of a bounce. And then from there, depending on how much of a bounce we get, we'll know whether the market should continue lower or move back up, at least for the time being, for the in the time being, okay, in the short term. So, but for now, the bias should be bearish, volatility should be embraced, and that's my take on the market. In terms of Bitcoin, I wanted to give you an update because I called the double bottom on it a couple weeks ago. We had the double bottom. Really great job if you took advantage on Bitcoin. It double bottomed within like $30. So perfect double bottom on Bitcoin, okay? We've been up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars, with today being the largest bar into resistance. That is what I call mini climactic. A mini climactic move up. So if you're a short-term trader, you can look to take look to take profit by trailing it bar by bar on the 4-hour time frame. At the moment, the trail should be under 11,624, but if this bar finishes forming as an inside bar, you can raise the stop to 11,675. Now, as a short-term trader, if you're a long-term trader, I think you're positioned for a really nice move higher still to at least $20,000 on Bitcoin. I do like Bitcoin a lot, long term. So, okay. So as a short-term trader, you're at it kind of at a target. You start trailing tight. The ultimate target as a short-term is 13,000 up here. But because we got the wide range bar, you can tighten the trail at least on half the position. If you're thinking long-term, then there's no reason to take. You can just wait for a pivot on the daily chart before raising the trail. That's Bitcoin. Litecoin is doing a weekly buy setup, and I like a lot. Litecoin, it was pretty deep, from 140 to 60 something dollars. Really, really deep pullback. Maybe not 60, 70, 76. But it's triggering a weekly buy setup, so I do like Litecoin a lot. It's at $100. I like it for another 40% rally to about 140. Okay, on Litecoin. So that's my update on the cryptocurrency market. Gold, we have a breakout on gold. Nice 1, 2, 3 on the daily. Nice 1, 2, 3 on the monthly. I did a video on June 1st, if you want to refer back to it, where I called out the gold buy setup. And ever since then, I've been all out bullish. I said to ignore short-term reversals in gold and be all out bullish. So today we have another 1, 2, 3 trigger on gold. I like it higher. It gapped above the entry, but it's been volatile, so could have bought it at the bottom. Maybe it comes in a little more. I do like gold higher over the base. Stop under 132.30. If you want to put the stop on the monthly, that's okay too, which means 130.55. So that gives you more wiggle room. But I think 132.50, 132.30 should be enough. Okay. The FAANG stocks, they're all coming in with the market. So Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, NFLX, and Goog. I don't really like the FAANG stocks to initiate new positions. I think they look awfully similar to the market. So if you're in the market short, then great. If not, I don't like these. I don't like the FAANG stocks short. In fact, I think something like Goog, Amazon probably see a short-term bounce pretty soon. Okay, Google and Amazon. Netflix, on the other hand, it should be all out bearish. Netflix is all out bearish. It looks lower to retest the prior pivot here around 250, 260. So Netflix does not look good at all. I mean, look at that weekly chart. A disaster is about to happen on Netflix. That's what it looks like based on the weekly. Again, to 250. So Netflix is the dog out of the bunch. Microsoft is obviously not a FANG stock, but has been the strongest tech stock. It's the biggest company in the world by market cap. It's actually triggering a monthly sell setup. You see it? We're taking out the monthly bars low. Today we did. Triggering a monthly sell setup. I don't want to be shorting the strongest stock in the world, but it's not a good sign for the market either. If the strongest, biggest company is also triggering a sell setup. What else? Let me know if you have any questions. Reach out if you have any questions. Some of the positions today we took target on, like the BCRX, reached target as a swing trade today. I showed you the earnings plays, all flat now, up 12.8k, pretty nice. I did a couple of trades today. The GLYC short, got out of it already, but working really nicely as a short from $4. Yeah, and I also did square short under $66. So SQ, not DQ, SQ. Let me type it in, show you the trade under the doji bar. Stop at 66.30 this morning. Did in the strategic day trader room, live on the mic. Gorgeous. 1, 2, 3 short, stop above under 66.09, but I said to give it to $66. So 30 cent stop, took half, and then took 1/4, and then when it dropped the last time, so half, 1/4, and 1/4. And now it's probably back down because the market is down a lot. Yes, it is. But gorgeous trade. I'm taking advantage, but I'm also being cautious, right? Take advantage when there's an opportunity because the volatility is very, very high, but also be cautious. Okay, don't ever underestimate the power of the market. So with that said, I want to say thank you for tuning in as always. I hope you enjoyed this update on the market, on cryptocurrency, on gold, on earnings. If you're in the strategic swing trader, congratulations. I'm sure you're up nicely today. And if you would like to join me for a free, 100% free webinar, really important webinar, link is in the description. It's on this Wednesday after the close. I promise you it will be an incredible webinar. This Wednesday at 4:30. Link is in the description. Thanks so much again for tuning in, and I hope to talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.